Steven Jenga with Strong Dogs, trying to do my OnlyFans thing here, make a custom video for one of our viewers, and naturally they want to start blowing back there because like I said the weather's been shitty. So yeah, is what it is. So hopefully you can hear me. This one goes out to Mike, who's been actually very vocal in the comments. If I haven't said enough, I always encourage people to leave their comments or read the comments. So this way, you know, it helps everyone who's been watching. Everyone's got their own dog, got their own experiences, so they may have their own tips and things like that. So you're not offending me, you know, quite the opposite. It's very humbling to have some humility to say you can always learn. And naturally, you know, when it comes to this thing, I do. So if anyone ever has their own experiences, things that have worked for maybe a video or a topic that we were going over, please share it. Let us know. And as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments or email them to me, and I can go ahead and answer them just like I'm going to do for Mike on this one. And he had a very good question. It was, how do you go from changing the command language? So he wants to go from commands in English to German. Now, a couple of things here. I got Aria between my legs. That one thing that wasn't covered in the question, and I'll go ahead and say it more as a prelude, more as a preamble, and it's something I have trouble with too. I do a very bastardized version of German, so I'm going to just say this. If your first language isn't German, maybe it's best not to have your commands in German, okay? Unless you do speak German, then cool, dope, but it's just a lot to remember. And I know a lot of, even when I go out to like ads, people always have their language or their commands. It's kind of like cut and paste now, but remember, it's your dog. So have your own commands. I have certain commands for bites that, you know, they don't use. And, you know, their command for bite is usually packing. My version of packing is just to get directed onto an object. And her command for biting is Jakaris. And again, so I'm just saying, again, as a prelude, I'll answer the question. I know I'm rambling, but it's just a thought. If your first language isn't in the language that you want to train your dog in, and you just want to do it because other people do it, think about it before you actually do it. So something to consider. All right, but how to actually switch just the languages, kind of simple. You have the hand signals down, which you do. Go ahead and just go back to luring for a little while and put the commands in German that you want. So if your current command for, say, lay down is down, you can go ahead and just use lower if you need to, or just the hand signal if they're that thorough in it, and then just make the motion and say plots. Once they do it, reward. And you just do that over and over. And in fact, if you want, you can actually have both. You can have English and you can have German. I had Ace mostly English and German. Ava was more German. Aria's been more English because, again, I actually thought about playing with French, but I was like, fuck it. Even though I'm trying to learn French, to do a whole thing with, you know, dogs in her language and that language, it's like just too much. I'm pretty stupid, so let me just keep it in English for now. So, but again, to go ahead and re-answer the question, you can even do both. Well, I wouldn't do both, actually. Every once in a while, just interject the command that you're looking for with another German word. Sit down. All right. All right. Plunks. Good. So yeah, so that's how I do it. Go back to luring for a little while, interject with the new command in German, then release. And if you want to do both, you can, but if you want to go strictly German, just change them all like that. And over time, once they start getting the luring and the command, just like you taught it in English, just do the same thing, but in German, and your dog will catch up to where you want to be. Okay? Hopefully this helps. Keep sending in your questions, leave your comments, like, share is all that. Thank you for any new subscribers lately, and I'll just keep making videos. Good luck. Talk to you next time. Peace.